Friends, this is the story of a boy named Jack who had absolutely no belief in Christmas. He knew that the gifts we receive are given by our parents, not Santa. He found the idea of Santa coming and giving everyone gifts in one night completely illogical. So, 23 years later, Jack became a bounty hunter with the mind of both a thief and a detective. He would take up any job that paid him the most. Jack was now cleverly planning to infiltrate a geology administration office. He first set a fire nearby, then picked up the ID card of an employee doing yoga close to him. After using dogs to bring down a security guard, Jack entered the building. Inside, he hacked some top-secret information and sold it to his client. The scene shifted to a mall where a Santa was meeting children, and his security guard, Cal, was looking out for suspicious people in the area. Cal checked everything approaching Santa to ensure no strange individual got too close. Santa, whose code name was Red, and Cal later got into their car and drove away. They went to meet a high-ranking military general. At the location, Santa's reindeer and sleigh were ready. Santa and Cal took off and headed for the North Pole. The sleigh was faster than a jet and reached the North Pole within moments. At the North Pole, everything was in full swing for the next day's Christmas preparations. Santa went to exercise while Cal reflected on it being his last Christmas before retirement. Santa asked why Cal wanted to retire. Cal explained that he had been doing this job for the past 5 years, and though he loved children, the adults were becoming too much to bear. "The naughty list grows longer every year instead of shrinking," Cal said. "Wherever I look, I see bad deeds." Santa responded, "Cal, we don't need to focus on the bad. We must see the goodness in them." Santa further explained, "Our gift is the ability to see the inner child in adults, to see their goodness, which they themselves can't." Meanwhile, some people were advancing toward the North Pole's base. They found the barrier and created a hole in it to get inside. Cal, sensing danger, rushed to the old house where Santa's journey had started. At the same time, lights near Santa started flickering. Cal ran to Santa's room, only to find him gone. Cal chased after a car that had left the base, and even followed it beyond the North Pole. But upon inspecting the car, he found it was empty, and Santa had been taken away in a jet. Cal returned to the base and spoke with Zoe, the head of the Mythical Beings department. Zoe asked how something like this could happen with only 1 day left before Christmas. Cal said, "I don't know." At least 10 people breached the barrier to get inside. Zoe added, "We've just learned that the Intercontinental Seismic Surveillance System was hacked. Let's find out if this has anything to do with Santa's kidnapping." Soon, they received more information. The hack was carried out by a man named Wolf, known to be the fastest and shrewdest in the business. Wolf, who was Jack, was meanwhile asleep. He received a call from a woman named Olivia asking him to pick up their son from school because she was busy. Jack found that Dylan had hacked the school's attendance system to increase his attendance and was caught. Instead of reprimanding him, Jack told Dylan how to do such things without getting caught. Jack dropped Dylan home, and while leaving, Dylan told Jack about an upcoming school event. Jack wished him good luck and left. Olivia confronted Jack, saying, "Your son wants to spend more time with you." But Jack replied, "The farther he stays from me, the better. I am not good for him." Jack returned home only to be ambushed. He fought off the attackers who froze upon contact with a special gun. Jack jumped out of the house to escape but was eventually caught. Zoe approached him and said, "We know what you did." Jack, unaware, insisted that he had only completed the task for his client. He didn't know whose location he had sent or what was there because his work was always very secretive, and no one shared information with each other. Zoe took Jack to the Mythical Beings department, where he was astonished to see magical items before his eyes. Zoe told him that the location he hacked was Santa's base, and last night Santa was kidnapped from there. Cal entered and explained that Jack didn't know anything beyond his job, but Cal remained suspicious. Jack finally revealed that he sends a virus into his clients' systems to track them in case of trouble. Jack tracked the kidnappers using his phone. Meanwhile, the kidnappers had Santa locked in a chamber. The leader of the group, a woman, declared that the world was in a terrible state, but she would fix it by becoming its fear and punishing the wrongdoers using Santa's energy. Cal and Jack reached the kidnappers' location, a beach. Using his sharp mind, Jack identified the gang and their leader. Cal fought and subdued the bodyguards using advanced technology. The gang leader confessed, "I work for someone else, but I can't reveal her name. If I do, she'll kill me." Cal asked him to write her name on the sand. The name was Grilla. Upon hearing her name, Grilla, a Christmas witch, sensed it. The sky turned dark, and Grilla possessed the gang leader. She wanted to punish everyone from liars to criminals. Cal exclaimed, "That means you want to punish every single person in the world." Grilla confirmed, "Yes, I will punish them all."
Meanwhile, Cal realized that to create so many magical globes, Griella needed the technology available at the North Pole. This meant Santa had never left the North Pole. Cal called Santa's wife only to discover she was actually one of Griella's shape-shifting minions. Jack explained everything to his son Dylan, admitting his past mistakes and apologizing. When Jack accepted his faults, the magical globe shattered, freeing them. Santa's brother Krampus arrived to help rescue him. Together, they defeated Grilla, who was ultimately trapped inside one of her own globes. Krampus bid farewell to Santa, allowing him to continue his work. On Christmas Eve, Santa set out on his mission, delivering gifts to the world. Jack and Dylan watched the magical process unfold, filled with joy and wonder.